Good evening and welcome to MTV's news update for today, February 22, 2022. I'm Ashley Scotland. First, our top headlines. Guyana to observe the 52nd Republic anniversary on Wednesday. Persons suffering from long COVID asked to access treatment. Majority of Guyanese to celebrate Mashramani at home. And in sport, Guyanese Pramal is in West Indies men's squad to face England. Now for the news in details. Guyana will on Wednesday celebrate its 52nd Republic anniversary. When this newscast visited the city streets early on Tuesday, Guyanese were in high spirit to commemorate this event. Brianna Griffith reports.
Guyana's Mashramani, with its name rooted in the culture of its indigenous Amerindians, means a celebration of a job well done. It is popularly referred to as MASH and is observed on the 23rd of February. This year, this significant holiday is being observed under the theme Resolute in Building Our One Guyana. Guyana will on Wednesday be celebrating its 52nd Republic anniversary. When News Update visited the city earlier on Tuesday, Guyanese were in high spirit to commemorate this event.
And as a Guyanese, what does MASH mean to you?
Well, go and enjoy yourself with friends and family. Yeah.
One people, one nation, one destiny. MASH mean that to me.
It mean a lot because it's a culture. Because since we're growing up, we have a MASH.
MASH means a lot. It's our cooperative Republic of Guyana we're celebrating. And good to know that I have seen this far.
Later tonight, a flag raising ceremony would be held at the Parliament building to commemorate Guyana's Republic anniversary. Meanwhile, a virtual float parade will be held on Wednesday. This will be broadcasted live. Brianna Griffith for MTV's News Update.
Meanwhile, majority of Guyanese will this year be celebrating Mashramani at home with their family, relatives and friends. Guyanese also shared how they celebrated this significant holiday before the pandemic. Here again is Brianna Griffith.
Guyanese last year did not have a chance to celebrate the traditional Mashramani as this event was deferred in the interest of public safety due to the COVID-19 pandemic. However, with a decrease in coronavirus cases, the National COVID-19 Task Force has lifted a few restrictions, which has paved the way for the hosting of some activities to celebrate Mashramani. News Update earlier on Wednesday visited the city streets to find out about Guyanese preparations for Mashramani. Majority of Guyanese said they will be celebrating at home.
How are you spending your MASH tomorrow?
Well, happy. Just enjoying myself like normal. We not MASH for 2 years now, so yeah, it is what it's gonna be like. Yeah, you mean 1 and 2 in and out, you gotta enjoy yourself same way.
Spending MASH home. Yeah, because a lot of people will be in the stadium, the same you go cluster up.
I'm going out with my family tomorrow and spend the match like next half day, like 1, 2 o'clock. And spend the match with my family them. And carry them out and get them something nice when the seawall top and then go to Vicinjon Road.
I think I plan to spend my MASH at home because this partying and going out and all about with people is not for me. I think people need to spend the MASH at home.
Well, for MASH tomorrow I staying in. I'm not coming out. And I don't think my family is coming out neither because I already called them and tell them to stay in. People need to stay in. They're gathering up too much.
Guyanese also shared how they celebrated this significant holiday before the pandemic.
I used to spend MASH nice by, going out as usual with the kids. Most of the time is the grandchildren. They would call me and let me go with them.
I used to go on Camp Street where the float now turning and enjoying the different floats and stuff, but not now.
So, obviously, well, the curfew time over, so doesn't be out on the road, so now we can be out on the road a little late.
Very good. You're there wrong, you're there, you walk in, you're going to boot, you take a few beers, you walk around, you see the MASH.
Brianna Griffith for MTV's News Update.
You're watching MTV's News Update. More news on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Welcome to Rosignol's Butchery. Here you'll find the freshest, most tender and flavorful meats, including steaks, burgers, sausages, minced meat, fish, and more, plus packaged meats and cheeses. All this in a highly hygienic atmosphere. In our store, there is a wide variety of canned goods, sauces, and marinades. Our friendly staff will cater to all your needs. Rosignol Butchery. We meet your needs. 7374 Church Street, Georgetown. Telephone 223-0004.
You can be a millionaire by only spending $100 on a Daily Million ticket. Simply pick any 5 numbers from 1 to 26, or you can buy a quick pick for your chance to win the Daily Millions. Purchase your tickets daily, Monday through Saturday, to get a chance to win $1 million every day. So, feeling lucky? Then buy a Daily Millions ticket today. Remember, a ticket a day could make you rich today.
It happens. Your septic tank is full. All the waste from your toilet goes into your septic tank through the sewage line. When your tank is full, the 2 most common indicators are an overflowing tank and an overflowing toilet. It is recommended that Sevon's Waste Management empty your septic tank every 2 to 3 years to avoid any embarrassment. And before you can say, shh, it's gone. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455 or 218-1156.
Are you running around looking for construction materials? Well, run down to Lens for affordable, high-quality building supplies. We have the widest range of grade A floor and wall tiles in any shape, size, and designs. And all types of ceramics, porcelain glazed, and full-body porcelain. We stock the largest collection of large format tiles. Check out our porcelain slabs as big as 10 feet by 4.5 feet. Add a bit of elegance with our large range of decorative molding. Our line of PPG paints will give you vibrant colors that won't fade. With our wall and ceiling gypsum system, it's light, durable, and fast. So come down to Lens at 136 Cherry Street, which is next to Buddy's and Pizza Hut, for that 31 years of Lens quality.
This is MTV's News Update. Welcome back. Minister of Public Works Juan Edghill on Tuesday told the global policymakers at the 75th anniversary of the Inland Transport Committee of the United Nations Economic Commission for Europe that collaboration is needed to address inland transport challenges. More on this report.
Minister of Public Works Juan Edghill says a coordinated and a sustained response to the global challenges of inland transport will address the challenges faced by the sector. He was at the time delivering his keynote address at the 75th anniversary of the Inland Transport Committee of the United Nations Economic Commission for Europe in Geneva, Switzerland. He said transport plays an important role in the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. The ministry explained that in Guyana currently, a local manufacturer is forced to source an inferior component of propane gas from a more expensive source, since the supplier in Italy has been facing challenges. He said this cost is then passed on to thousands of households who depend on propane gas to prepare every meal. For this reason, Minister Edghill says integrated approaches is needed for policy making, which include planning for land use, infrastructure development, public transport systems and goods delivery networks, for the provision of affordable, efficient, safe and secure transport, while improving energy efficiency and at the same time reduce pollution and congestion. He noted too that if there is not a stable transport plan in place, it will result in high cost of living for persons. The Public Works Minister believes collective approach is needed to craft transport policies and allocate the financial and other resources in the most appropriate areas to stem or reduce these effects on our global existence. Luan Williams for MTV's News Update.
Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, is urging persons who are suffering from the long-term effects of COVID-19 to access treatment for their symptoms at the long COVID unit at the Georgetown Public Hospital. Here is more.
Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony says it is important that persons look out for long COVID, a long-term effect of COVID-19. Long COVID is described as symptoms that last for weeks and in some cases months after recovery. The health minister said it is estimated that around 10 to 30% of persons infected with COVID can end up experiencing long COVID.
So this is something that we have to pay attention to, and that's why the unit that we have set up to deal with long COVID would be assessing these types of patients.
Some common signs of long COVID include extreme tiredness, fatigue, problems with memory and concentration, also known as brain fog, difficulty sleeping, depression and anxiety, among others.
If it is that you've had COVID and you're experiencing signs and symptoms of long COVID, then it's also important that you come back to the hospital so that an assessment can be done and you can get good medical advice.
Luan Williams for MTV's News Update.
More news coming up after the break.
Bison Windows and Doors is having a big New Year sale. Hurry now and save on aluminum sash windows with insect repellent, going only for $14,900, VAT inclusive. Available in black or white frames, tinted or reflective glass. Also at Bison's, buy 10 windows and get one bathroom window absolutely free. Offer available while stocks last. So hurry to Bison Windows and Doors, lot 1228, Eccles Industrial Site, and save.
How fast is fiber? Think fast. GTT Fiber has 3 packages with download speeds of 50, 100, and 150 megabits per second. That's fast enough to stream movies and music, to chat with Gran and Fran, to study, and more. What would you do? Upgrade to GTT Fiber today and don't get left behind tomorrow.
The Guyana Siva Ashram Sangha, Kovanjan Ashram, presents Maha Shivratri, Worship and Devotion, on Monday, 28th of February and Tuesday, 1st of March, 2022. Come and join the devotees in the blissful observance of the great night of Lord Shiva, commencing on Monday at 5:30 a.m. to 12 midnight. On Tuesday, devotions start at 3 a.m., ending at 5:30 a.m. So come and share in the blessings of Lord Shiva and Sri Sri Guhu Maharaj at Mahashivratri at the Kovanjan Ashram, Monday 28th of February and Tuesday 1st of March.
Modern Optical Service has made it even better by introducing its budgeted spectacle line, starting as low as $10,000 for single vision lens and $12,000 for bifocal lens, available in tinted or clear, complete spectacles at affordable prices. So hurry down to our main office at 316 Middle Street or Lot 14 Diamond Public Road opposite Demerara Bank. Enjoy over 60 years of eye care experience at affordable prices. Modern Optical Service, your eye care professionals.
FiberTech materials are used in a multitude of ways, from repairing and fabrication of auto body, fishing, and household items. We have available various fiberglass mattings, resin, mold releases, brushes, and rollers for all of your repair needs. We offer technical advice and free training to ensure you get the job done. For further information, call us at 220-6907 or 220-9192.
You're tuned to MTV's News Update. The Government Analyst Food and Drug Department has issued a warning to consumers to discontinue the use of Similac, Alimentum, and Elicare powdered for infant formula that is being sold in the local market. More in this report.
The Government Analyst Food and Drug Department said it has received official communication from the manufacturer indicating that a proactive voluntary recall has been initiated due to 4 consumer complaints in the United States related to Chronobacter sacilsilk or Salmonella Newport in infants who have consumed the infant formula manufactured in Abbott Nutrition Sturgis, Michigan facility. Although the local distributor has initiated this recall exercise, the department is still urging consumers who may be in possession of any of the recalled powder infant to discontinue use immediately and, where possible, return to the point of purchase. The Food and Drug Department has released the batch numbers for the implicated powder infants formula products. These include Similac, Almimenton, and Elikir.
The Ministry of Public Service has extended the deadline for the Guyana Online Academy of Learning scholarship applications to March 5, 2022.
The Ghana Online Academy of Learning (GOAL) said it is pleased with the overwhelming 7,000 applicants who have signed up for the 2022 GOAL Scholarship Program. GOAL opened its application process on January 17, 2022, and it has received numerous requests to have the application deadline extended. The application deadline has now been extended to Saturday, March 5, 2022 at 11:59 p.m. The Academy is reminding persons to select program options that are aligned with their current academic qualifications. Copies of all academic certificates are required to be certified by a Justice of Peace or Commissioner of Oaths. Also, a recent curriculum vitae or job letter, if they are employed, should be uploaded to the online application portal. Applicants must have successfully completed their respective qualifications before applying for a GOAL scholarship, and they must have an official letter from the institution confirming completion of studies. The program was launched in April of 2021 and was able to award 6,000 citizen scholarships in various categories of education. For more information on the GOAL scholarships, persons can visit www.goal.edu.gy. Luan Williams for MTV's News Update.
Here is tonight's court roundup.
A 48-year-old man who was on Sunday busted with 85 pounds of ganja worth some $11.6 million was today slapped with a drug trafficking charge and remanded to prison. Sean Benjamin was hauled before His Worship Rabindranath Singh in the Springlands Magistrates Court and pleaded not guilty to the charge. The charge alleged that on February 20, 2022, at number 59 Village Beachfront Quarantine, he had 85 pounds of cannabis for the purpose of trafficking. He was remanded to prison until March 23, 2022. Reports are that on the day in question, ranks of the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit, CANU, stopped the motor car that Benjamin was in, and a search conducted unearthed 3 bulky packages. Benjamin, who was the only occupant in the car, was taken to the CANU headquarters where the substance was tested and confirmed to be cannabis. In another matter, Kevin Sahoy, who is accused of chopping and beating a 13-year-old boy during a wedding house brawl, has pleaded guilty to the heinous crime when he appeared in High Court today. Sahoy admitted that on August 14, 2016, at Plant in Walk, Bedford, he unlawfully killed Sanichar to death. Sentencing for Sahoy has been deferred until March 10th. The court heard that on the day in question, a heated argument erupted between Sahoy and the teen at the wedding after the teen saw him dancing behind his aunt. The teen reportedly left the function and returned with a cutlass, and the argument continued. Reports are that Sahoy, during the argument, took the cutlass away from the teen and dealt him a chop to his head, and while on the ground beat the young man. High Court Judge Joanne Barlow has ordered the city engineer of Georgetown to clear the pavement and entryway in front of the Collections Boutique and Center located at 27 Water Street, Georgetown. On November 17, 2021, Diane Balram, the proprietor of Collections Boutique and Center, sued the city engineer and the mayor and city council through the town clerk by way of a fixed date application. According to Balram, vendors were impeding and preventing access to her premises to an unacceptable extent by placing their structures, stalls, stands, boxes, goods, and other things on the pavement, streets, and footpaths in front of her premises. She explained that this was a problem happening for years, despite penning several letters to the city council and engineer on several occasions in 2021 to no avail. Justice Barlow agreed with the businesswoman lawyer, who argued that by law 10 of the city government bylaws made under the Municipal and District Councils Act, Chapter 2801 places a statutory duty on the city engineer to ensure that the pavements, streets, and parapets, footpaths of the city of Georgetown are not unencumbered by persons placing things on them. In light of this, Justice Barlow commanded the city engineer to remove all vehicles, carts, trays, barrels, boxes, things, and all unencumbrances on the pavements, streets, and footpaths in the vicinity of Collections Boutique and Center. For MTV's Court Roundup, Jessica Calendar.
We now take a look at tips for healthy living, brought to you with the kind compliments of Natura's high and low milk powder, distributed by Dabby's Variety.
What does Natura High and Low Milk Powder have? It is fortified with the extra goodness of vitamins A, C, D, E, and K. It is high in calcium, protein, and enriched with folic acid, all of which help to strengthen your immune system. What it doesn't have is fat and cholesterol. Natura High and Low. Healthy can taste good. Available at all leading supermarkets and groceries nationwide. Natura High and Low Milk Powder is not for infants 1 year and under.
Top 10 medical causes of death in Guyana. Number 6.
Diabetes.
Yeah. Thank you, Wilford Brimley. What is diabetes? Diabetes is a chronic health condition that affects how your body turns food into energy. Most of the food you eat is broken down into sugar, also called glucose, and released into your bloodstream. When your blood sugar goes up, it signals your pancreas to release insulin. Insulin acts like a key to let the blood sugar in your body's cells for use as energy. If you have diabetes, your body either doesn't make enough insulin or can't use the insulin it makes as well as it should. When there isn't enough insulin or cells stop responding to insulin, too much blood sugar stays in your bloodstream. Over time, that can cause serious health problems, such as heart disease, vision loss, and kidney disease. Signs and symptoms. Diabetes symptoms vary depending on how much your blood sugar is elevated. Some people, especially those with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, may sometimes not experience symptoms. In type 1 diabetes, symptoms tend to come on quickly and be more severe. Some of the signs and symptoms of type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes are: urinate a lot, often at night, are very thirsty, lose weight without trying, are very hungry, have blurred vision, have numb or tingling hands or feet, feel very tired, have very dry skin, have sores that heal slowly, have more infections than usual. Type 1 diabetes can develop at any age, though it often appears during childhood or adolescence. Type 2 diabetes, the more common type, can develop at any age, though it is more common in people older than 40. Treatment. The medicine you take will vary by your type of diabetes and how well the medicine controls your blood glucose levels. If you have type 1 diabetes, you must take insulin because your body no longer makes this hormone. You will need to take insulin several times during the day, including with meals. You also could use an insulin pump, which gives you small steady doses throughout the day. Some people with type 2 diabetes can manage their disease by making healthy food choices and being more physically active. Management. There is currently no cure for diabetes. As such, living with the condition calls for strict management. Knowing your diabetes ABCs will help you manage your blood glucose, blood pressure, and cholesterol. A for the A1C test. The A1C test shows your average blood glucose level over the past 3 months. The A1C goal for many people with diabetes is below 7%. Ask your doctor what your goal should be. B for blood pressure. The blood pressure goal for most people with diabetes is below 140/90. Ask what your goal should be. C for cholesterol. You have 2 kinds of cholesterol in your blood, LDL, and HDL. LDL or bad cholesterol can build up and clog your blood vessels. Too many bad cholesterol can cause a heart attack or stroke. HDL or good cholesterol helps remove the bad cholesterol from your blood vessels. S for stop smoking. Not smoking is especially important for people with diabetes because both smoking and diabetes narrow blood vessels. Blood vessel narrowing makes your heart work harder. E-cigarettes aren't a safe option either. In addition to ABCs, managing your diet and exercising daily are important in managing diabetes.
What does Natura High and Low Milk Powder have? It is fortified with the extra good nuts of vitamins A, C, D, E, and K. It is high in calcium, protein, and enriched with folic acid, all of which help to strengthen your immune system. What it doesn't have is fat and cholesterol. Natura High and Low. Healthy can taste good. Available at all leading supermarkets and groceries nationwide. Natura High and Low Milk Powder is not for infants 1 year and under.
The ISG and MTV's sport update comes up after the break with Jessica Calendar. Stay tuned.
Region Paint from the US, a brand that's recognized worldwide. Special wholesale prices starting at $3,400 for the emulsion and $3,800 for the oil. 4 gallons bucket for just $12,000. Also, the Royal paints were crafted for people with a budget. Special introductory price on the semi-gloss top coat for just $1,500 per gallon and the roof and floor paint for just $5,500 for 1.5 gallons. Come and visit our showroom at Lot 140B Quamina Street or call telephone 622-0601 or 504-3908 for more information. Grab onto these special prices with 30 shades and more to choose from while stocks last. Let's paint Guyana, everybody!
The Central Housing and Planning Authority is kindly asking residents living in communities under the management of the department to desist from storing construction materials on roadways and road shoulders. Residents are also being asked not to block roadways or drains with construction materials. According to clauses 12 and 13 of the amended Agreement of Sale of Restrictive Covenants attached to titles issued from 2012, no storage of materials comprising earth, sand, stone, blocks, cements, timber and steel or mixing of concrete shall be permitted on the road or the road shoulders. Any materials on the road or the road shoulders must be cleared within 24 hours of being placed thereon. Residents are reminded that failure to adhere to clauses 12 and 13 will result in a penalty of $10,000 being charged per day of default. A message from the Central Housing and Planning Authority.
Hi, so you have been approved for mortgage interest relief. Good. I'm here to make your day with an early bird offer from GRA. Get your mortgage interest relief refunded payment in 1 month's time when you file your income tax return online. Be sure to collect your 7B slip from your employer and Form 4 from your lending institution. Scan and upload them when submitting your return. File on time, file online using your Optimal eServices account. Returns are due on or before April 30, 2022. For more information on MIR, registration for eServices, or online return filing, call Tax Advisory Services section on telephone number 227-6060 extension 8000 or email taxadvisory@gra.gov.gy. Avoid MIR refund payment delay by filing online today.
Are you building or renovating your home? Then come to Beeson for a wide range of aluminum and UPVC windows and doors. Get from single hung sash, awning, casement, sliding windows, plus sliding and swinging doors. All our products can be customized and fitted with insect screens and are sealed tight to withstand harsh weather conditions. At Beeson, we also carry commercial, glass and French doors, showcases, aluminum louvers, curtain walls, aluminum rails, plus sliding and frameless shower doors. So look no further. Visit our showroom today at Lot 1228 Eccles Industrial Site or call 622-4197 or 623-4197. Beeson Windows and Doors, built with pride in Guyana by Guyanese.
Win big with Ultra Lubricants. Win a Toto backpack every week. To enter, purchase any Ultra Lubricants. Send us a picture of your receipt via WhatsApp to 604-5810. Winners will be randomly chosen weekly. Promotion ends February 28, 2022. ISG, the best opportunity to make the right choice.
The Ghana Table Tennis Association has submitted their proposal for the nursery development of the sport to the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport, which will introduce new players to the sport.
The National Table Tennis Sport Academy, once launched, is set to benefit approximately 150 to 200 youth players categorized by age and skill level. The Sport Academy is the brainchild of Minister of Sport Charles Ramsden Jr. as part of the bottom-up approach to developing sport. Godfrey Monroe, president of the Ghana Table Tennis Association, noted that the significant presence of the sport across the regions has helped them to develop their systematic approach.
So our model basically looked at where we could have introduced this, the nursery academy firstly. So they had about 6 regions that we could commence right immediately with coaches in those regions. So if we can fund those coaches and we also have equipment there, then we could basically expand the nursery in a holistic way.
Table tennis is currently active in regions 2, 3, 6, 7, 10, as well as Georgetown and East Coast in region 4. The association expects to conduct the academy in line with the school term, with training for students for approximately 3 months at a time in 9 months of the year. They will, however, look for ways to keep the youths engaged in the sport during the breaks.
We would need equipment for those coaches to work and train, and to provide a stipend for them so that they could be remunerated for their services. The central plan that we have is basically as we roll them into a talent identification program and for development and training, in addition to setting up and establishing regional centers that will bolster the whole pyramidal structure that we're seeking to establish.
Currently, only 3 of the 12 core sports have launched their nursery academy, namely squash, badminton, and volleyball.
Guyanese Versamy Pramal has been named in the West Indies men's squad for Cricket West Indies selection panel to face England for 4 test matches in March.
Cricket West Indies CWI selection panel today named the West Indies men's squad for the first Apex Test match against England, as well as the CWI President's 11 squad for the 4-day warm-up match.
You know, we were just looking for that. We don't know. We have to look at the wicket in Antigua first before we start talking about the spinning options. But, you know, we just thought that with the opportunity that Pramal had in Sri Lanka the last tour, getting 5 wickets in the test match, we thought we'd give him another chance.
The first APEC test will be played at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium from March 8th to 12th, following the warm-up match at the Coolidge Cricket Ground from March 1st to 4th. In the West Indies Test squad, there is a maiden call-up for fast bowler Anderson Phillip and a recall for opener John Campbell. Veerasamy Pramal was the only Guyanese named in the squad.
And we had a scout in Trinidad in Tony Gray. We also had Sawan in Trinidad. I was in Barbados observing the game against the Leeward Islands and also against Jamaica. So, you know, that is the basic on how we went about in picking the team. I think, Lennox, what you must also understand with us is the fact that we've only been in office for just over a month now. And this is probably our first, this is our 3rd team and our first President's 11 game, and also our first test team.
All 3 players were impressive in the first 2 rounds of the current West Indies Championship. 25-year-old Phillip from Trinidad and Tobago Red Force took 12 wickets with best figures of 5 for 82 against Jamaica Scorpions, while 28-year-old Campbell from Jamaica Scorpions hit 213 runs, including 127 against the Barbados Pride. Meanwhile, Pramal led the Guyana Harpy Eagles to victory over Windward Island Volcanoes earlier this month. He made 5 for 53 to set up the match for the Eagles and scored an unbeaten 20 to hand Guyana the win. The West Indies squad will assemble in Antigua from February 25th for a training camp ahead of the Apex Test Series.
Guyanese footballer Curtis Kelman has been offered a pro contract following a successful tryout season with Sporting Kansas City 2 in the United States.
The Alex Bunbury Sport and Academic Academy ABSAA Inc. recently secured a pro tryout for Guyanese 23-year-old Curtis Dominique Kelman. Kelman has had a successful tryout season from the February 6th to 25th, where he gained experience from the First World Training Regiment. He is now being offered a pro contract with Sporting Kansas City too. He is currently in the KC2 starting 11 squad and has played his first preseason match on February 19, 2022 against Indy 11 at the USL Championship. The details of his pro contract are currently being finalized as negotiations are in play. Kelman made his international debut for Guyana on November 25, 2017 against Indonesia. He is a former Guyana senior men's player and former GFC and current Western Tigers FC defensive midfield who also played 2 years college football at Eastern Florida State College and Daytona State College.
Elaine Thompson-Harris stormed to a 60-meter victory as she raced to a season-best 7.08 seconds at the World Indoor Tour Gold Meeting in Birmingham on Saturday.
Elaine Thompson-Harris was happy to open her indoor season on a winning note, but would have loved to have gone under 7 seconds in her 60-meter win in Birmingham on Saturday. This is according to Sportsmax. The Tokyo Olympic triple gold medalist clocked a season-best 7.08 seconds after surging past Switzerland's Majinga Kabinji 7.11 seconds and Great Britain's Daryl Nato 7.13 seconds to claim victory and become the fastest Jamaican woman in the event this year. Still, the fastest woman alive was not completely satisfied. She reiterated that her primary focus this season is the World Athletics Championships in Oregon in July, where she plans to improve on her previous showings at the championships, where she has never won a gold medal. She plans to rectify that this year. Thompson-Harris races next in Poland on Tuesday.
That brings us to the end of Sport Update, which was brought to you with the kind compliments of ISG. More after the break.
Win big with Ultra Lubricants. Win a Toto backpack every week. To enter, purchase any Ultra Lubricants. Send us a picture of your receipt via WhatsApp to 604-5810. Winners will be randomly chosen weekly. Promotion ends February 28, 2022. ISG, the best opportunity to make the right choice.
And that brings down the curtain on tonight's newscast. But before we go, here's a reminder of our top stories. Ghana to celebrate the 52nd Republic anniversary on Wednesday. Persons suffering from long COVID asked to access treatment. Majority of Guyanese to celebrate matrimony at home. And in sport, Guyanese Premier and West Indies men's squad to face England. Catch rebroadcast tomorrow at 6 hours 30. Don't forget to like our Facebook page where the news can be viewed live at 19 hours 30. On behalf of our news and technical teams, Ashley Scotland saying stay safe and goodbye for now.